So, my spoiler-filled review of It Chapter 2. Okay. The whole thing I didn't like about the ending was the promotion of suicide. Because, Stanley died in the beginning of the movie, cutting his wrist.
Which is in the book.
I know it was in the book
miniseries.
and the TV show.
Yeah.
But, in the end of the movie, it kind of made it out to, it was oh, he did something great.
Yeah, he kind of saved the group.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been like that, because it shouldn't be anything great. It should be something that you should avoid.
Actually, to me, it felt like he wimped out by not coming.
Yeah.
But that was...
And it kind of made him look like a wimp.
Yeah. I mean, he was too freaking
I don't know. I know
his friends. If I cared about my friends, I'd be there.
I knew it was in the book, and I knew it was in the 1990 whatever special.
I don't think they made it out like this. So
this, it was just uncalled for what they did. And the whole part where they was fighting Pennywise in the final battle, and the three orbs were spinning, these blue orbs were spinning constantly, and he was attacking them and stuff. It looks all so digital that you could just tell that was just pure effects. It just looked like something out of an Xbox One video game or something like that. It didn't look realistic whatsoever, which I know it's a movie. It's not supposed to be super realistic, but I mean, it's just it looked like something out of a video game, like my dad said. And it was just, I thought my worst part of this movie is when, in the second act of the film, when all of them get together and they have to find their memories or find their artifact or whatever, that lasted way too long. That was 45 minutes of just them trying to find the artifacts, and the movie paused for a whole almost an hour, and it was just what the heck? Lasted way too freaking long. So yeah, those are my main complaints. Those are my...
Okay, well, that's your
good.
spoiler.
You go ahead.
Yeah.
Huh? Mine's short. You go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, there's a lot of gay elements in the movie. I'm not against any of that stuff per se, but there was a kissing scene at the beginning that made me feel uncomfortable.
Well, it just felt out of place.
The whole beginning scene was uncalled for, unnecessary. It had nothing to do with the rest of the plot of the film. It shouldn't have been in the movie.
I know. It felt like to me they said we need more Pennywise, and they just stuck a scene in there.
That's why it just felt tacked on later.
Okay, sorry.
It was good though.
Or
But
watching like gays.
see, the thing about it is, they introduced characters at the main beginning, they the two guys, they got beat the crap out of, horribly.
Yes.
And then Pennywise killed both of the guys.
No, one of them. We're not sure about the other one, because I never saw the other one again.
Yeah, just the one that got thrown in the water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I just figured he'd kill both of them.
Well, I don't mean.
Except one body.
Well, I mean, he ate his freaking heart.
He ate his heart.
Yeah.
No,
that one
yeah, he died.
Well,
she's not
I'm talking about the first guy.
Yeah.
He ate the heart of a guy that got beat the crap out of, and then he didn't do anything to the guys who beat the crap out of him. They didn't do anything else in the whole movie. They were just there that one scene, and then you never saw them again.
Yeah.
It was pointless, minutes. I
don't know about the actual novel. If it's, I know there was a lot of bullying in the Stephen King book of it, so I don't know. Maybe that was supposed to be in there, but only a part with the homosexual part didn't. That it was homosexuals. It was just felt like it was just kind of put in there willy nilly. I don't know how you kind of say it. I mean, it just didn't tie in with the rest of it to me. It felt like they. It was
really disjointed. It did not need to be on the beginning of the movie. It was really unnecessary, and it was just tacked on later. It felt like.
Yes, that's what it felt like to me. We'll go finish it.
And then there's little storylines that they introduce in the movie where you think is going somewhere, and it never does. Like at the end, when Pennywise was talking to Mike, and he said, "I know what you are, you maniac." It never goes anywhere after that.
That's so true.
You guys remember that, right?
Yeah.
It never goes anywhere.
It actually hits for part 3. Actually, think about it.
Well, they killed him though.
No, there's multiple parts that's not explained.
Yeah, but they actually kill him at the end. They completely kill him.
What do they think?
Well, dude, their scars disappeared and everything.
What do you think?
I heard that
Yeah, I
in
never
It Chapter
understand
3,
why.
which is confirmed, by the way. I heard that in It Chapter 3, when it comes out here in a couple of years, it's going to be like Pennywise, but it ain't going to be exactly Pennywise, because Pennywise died in this movie.
I want it to be a prequel showing like how Pennywise got there.
Now, that
they
should have
could
been
do
it.
that. They could do that.
It explains in the book exactly how he got there and what he is. It doesn't. It hints at that in the movie, but it doesn't like come out and tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ben sees it, but he doesn't explain it, which I thought was really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And then just there's a bunch of parts of the movie that just go nowhere and it's too long.
Yeah.
And then I know in the book there's like they show parts with the kids that didn't happen in the first movie. Like they start talking about a clubhouse and you're like, was that in the first movie? And then you think no,
No, it was not in the movie, no.
Yeah.
So you didn't really care for that scene because it wasn't really in the first movie, so you didn't really care.
Was it in the book? Was it in the book? This clubhouse?
No, it was
I don't
not. I
know.
don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't. It might have been. It might have been, but because I haven't read the book. But it was just like when they had like these new flashbacks, you didn't really care for these flashbacks because they were new flashbacks. They weren't flashbacks from It Chapter 1, so it kind of felt like the entire first movie was for freaking nothing, which made me kind of really mad.
Yeah.
Now,
Do you have any more else?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
before Kevin gets into his, let's all talk about how much of a god Bill Skarsgård is.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. Bill Skarsgård was amazing as Pennywise. That was just masterpiece material. He
deserves an Oscar.
He does deserve an Oscar. Like, he was freaking awesome. You know, he was amazing.
That's why I was disappointed not to see him more.
Yeah.
And I understand you can't have him every time, but I just felt like they used him, even though they didn't use him much in the first one, they used him better in the first one, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he was on screen, I was really excited to see him, and he always kind of delivered.
Yeah.
Except for the death scene, which I'll go into that one, my spoilers. But, I think he's a tremendous actor, and I think he had no problem. I'm going to have no problem with him in this movie.
I got one more thing. So, it just came back into my mind.
Yeah, that's how to.
Yeah.
There's a scene in it when, what's her name? The girl?
Oh,
Beverly?
Beverly. Yeah. She goes to her dad's old apartment and it introduces Pennywise's daughter.
Yeah.
So we think, because she says my dad joined the circus and we see a picture.
Oh, yeah.
But that turns out to be Pennywise. So it confuses you a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And you think, I want to see more of that, but nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
But was that his daughter? Like, if that was his daughter, maybe she didn't disappear.
Well,
with him.
she did say, like, my father joined the circus.
Who was in the picture with him, though?
Yeah.
But maybe she's half whatever.
Well, that could be him just using her in his thing. You know what I'm saying? I may
It
not,
could be.
She may be dead. I don't know if she can die like him. I don't know. It could have been her. I don't know.
And then that scene with him in the overalls, sharpening something. I don't know what he was doing.
When he put his face like
Yeah,
that.
anyway.
Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
overalls, not the clown costume at all.
The
And
actual
then
character.
I want to see. I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
What about
touched
you,
it.
Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin. What's your spoiler for you?
Okay. For the most part, I do this every time. I know. I'm sorry. I just have a different mindset than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I like the movie.
I like
No
it.
Hey,
problem.
I want to tell you right now.
And-
I'm glad you said that because everybody's different.
And
Everybody likes
look,
different
it's
things.
not a bad film. Not even close to being bad at all.
I liked it.
Yeah,
Like,
go
it's all right.
I think it's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
ahead. Okay.
I'm just saying.
That's
Okay.
that's good.
Pennywise did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's his name?
Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård.
He did a great
Yeah.
job playing Pennywise.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I liked the part. It wasn't scary to me at all.
Yeah.
There was one jump scare in the whole movie.
Scared the crap out of me.
Scared the crap out of everybody.
Oh yeah.
Nobody expected it.
Which
Besides,
one was it?
It was the ones like where a bunch of baby hands grabbed him.
one-
Oh yeah, that one.
I
Yeah.
kind of like
he
the
stuck his
balloon
hand in
thing
the
too.
sewer.
Yeah, I kind of like the balloon thing when he pulled out of the bed and the creature was there. But
That was pretty cool.
okay, go ahead.
But I saw that coming, so it wasn't
Yeah.
that scary to me. But yeah, I'm not really like a movie analyst like the rest of them, like the rest of you guys are.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch the first one either. I'm not gonna lie. Like I watched like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see the first one, just saw the second one. I feel like the second one is like a movie by itself.
You could really go into It Chapter 2 without seeing It
Yeah.
Chapter 1. You really could.
There's just key points. Like you may have to see some parts of it, but you gotta see the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like when they made the pact, and well, that shows up in the movie. So
Yeah, they kind of. That's good
show
that
a
they
lot,
made it where you
yeah.
didn't have to watch the first one.
So, like,
Yeah.
if you were just didn't get the chance to see it, chapter 1, but
could
you
walk
want to
in.
see this, you can just walk right in.
yeah.
And I'm really weird about congruency in movies. Did you see the part at the end where after they beat him, all the kids were standing there after they beat him in the first one, and they were talking like he said his mom's worried about him and he's been gone for 24 hours. If you noticed on Eddie's cast, Loser wasn't on there, and in the first movie, Loser was written on there.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
true.
That
yeah.
bugged the crap out of me.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
understand.
But maybe they like rewrote history, like rewrote
Yeah,
history
it could
because
be.
like their scars was gone.
That could be
They
it.
could remember everything that happened.
I kind of thought they were going to do like they was going to let them take off from there, and they actually were all alive, and it was just like
Yeah.
when they were kids again.
Yeah.
I thought that was how it was going to end.
And
Yeah.
there's another movie like I'm the Eater of Worlds. Who says that? Somebody else says
Bray
that.
Wyatt
Oh, never mind. I'm
on
stupid.
SmackDown.
Yeah,
I
I was
didn't
thinking of a
even-
movie that said that.
I thought there was something like that.
Yeah, I did too.
I
But
could be wrong. In the comments, tell me if you've seen that in the movie.
yeah.
So go ahead.
I liked it. I really did. I'd watch it again. So
You had no problem with the length?
no, I liked
Okay,
it. I feel like
okay.
it's short. Like if I rewatch it, I might not think it's long. So I'd be like picking out everything, like
Yeah.
you guys was, because you already
Yeah.
seen it.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. For my second time watching it, I might not like it as much.
Yeah.
But for right now, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, my spoiler free. Okay, one thing I'm gonna
Your
tell you some
spoiler
things.
review,
My,
yeah.
my spoiler review part. Sorry. Thanks for correcting me.
Yeah.
Here's things I did like. Like I said, I did like Pennywise. I did like the Ben
Oh, the Ben
Beverly
Yeah.
finally getting together. I like relationship. You know, I mean, you watch it in my channel. I like the relationships in movies, and I like finally that Ben and her got together. And I like the little details that they did, like when he showed him walking away from when she was with Bill and at the thing, and Ben was crying when he was a kid. I thought that was really cool from the first movie. You didn't really see his reaction to all the stuff in that. I like stuff like that, and I think they did little things like that good. I like the fight in general at the end of this too. I didn't understand the baby thing, why he
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
why he converted to a baby, but that's an easy, I can just see him.
What?
At the dinner.
At the
Oh yeah.
That
yeah,
baby
that
face?
baby face was
Now,
kind of
maybe
weird.
have something to do with reference with
The kids.
the what's his name, the black guy,
Tell
Mike?
Mike.
tell them
Mike's
about the
a little
Thing
Mike.
reference.
Oh yeah, and I did like the Thing reference when
Yeah.
Stanley's head turned into a spider and was running around there, and they said word for word.
Are you freaking kidding
Yeah,
me?
he said
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me? Was exactly from the Thing, and I thought that was really cool little nod
Love
to John
that.
Carpenter. I don't know why.
Then that Shining reference. Dude.
Sorry, I don't know why. They put a John Carpenter reference, but I guess because it was a horror film, maybe. But and when I was talking about the baby thing, when Pennywise turns into a little baby and they're killing him, that's what I was talking about. Not the restaurant thing. When he turned into a little infant.
Oh,
and
at the
pulled his
very
heart
end of the movie
out.
when they actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
understand the baby, why he converted to a baby. I guess it's as small as you could get, I guess, to a baby. I didn't mind the heart pulling it out and they squeezed it and all that kind of stuff. That was it. And the Eddie, Richie death, that really brought a tear to my eye. I mean, I really felt that. I
felt when Richie was freaking like crying, like that really got me,
Let's
dude.
just
Like
talk about Bill Hader for a minute.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Bill Hader was
he was
freaking
like,
awesome.
like Kevin
Yeah.
said, he was a comedic.
Yeah.
I mean, it made it really a big comedy. It was basically a comedy in most
Yes.
parts. And Bill Hader was the one that supplied 99% of the
Exactly.
humor.
We had James McAvoy in this movie, and I think Bill Hader outacted him.
Bill Hader was the best active person in the movie, besides Bill Skarsgård. Is it? He was the best actor, which I did like James McAvoy as always, because James McAvoy is a really good actor. So yeah.
Jessica Chastain was Bev. John McAvoy was Bill. Bill Hader was Richie. I don't know who the guy played Eddie, but he did a really good job. And
The guy that plays
played
Ben.
I don't know who.
Jay Ryan.
Jay Ryan. What's he been in?
He's from a TV show on the
Okay.
CW called Beauty and the Beast.
I liked. Yeah. Okay. I liked all them individually, and they're all good actors. But I do feel like they didn't give McAvoy a lot to work with.
They really didn't.
And I think Jessica Chastain was the same way. They were just kind of floating around, like they'd say a little few words and then it would jump to something else. That's what hurt their acting, I think. And I think Bill Hader as Richie had a lot more, I guess,
Going
on. But I do think I swear the length killed me.
Length was too long.
I think they could have trimmed. I like the Stephen King. I seen Stephen King in there, and I understand why they put him in there, but that didn't have to be in the movie.
That scene was too long.
If
it was going to be in there, they could have shortened it down.
Yeah, or just showed him and like he buys the bike back or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
I understand
when
that.
Mike, like when he was talking about Pennywise talking about Mike, about how he was, what was the word he used?
Homicidal, I think.
Yes.
Maniac.
Yeah.
And I think that has something to do why he stayed in
Yeah.
for so long.
Well, what did you think about that ritual?
Oh,
Was
yeah,
that
the
in the
ritual.
I don't know. That was dumb though.
That was pretty freaking
It
stupid.
didn't
feel like
actually lead to nothing.
I feel like he sabotaged
Yeah.
Pennywise, trying to get them all killed on purpose. Because he wanted to die at first when Pennywise first got out. He knew that wasn't going to work.
And then Ben saved him. Yeah.
Or
So
he
I
thought
feel
if he got them all there, they would find a way to kill
Yeah.
him or something.
Or when he got all there, they'd all die together.
Because he lied to him quite a few times.
Yeah.
But even when he lied to him, it was like, it showed that like Mike did something like really bad or
I think
something,
he got- I think he
and
got
like that
all
went nowhere.
I think he got them all there to kill him, like as a group. So they'd like beat Pennywise together and then lose Pennywise together. So,
Well,
like, they
either
wouldn't
way,
be
it would
apart.
solve the problem.
Yeah.
Either way, they would
So
have
like
been
they
dead.
wouldn't be apart no more. Like they wouldn't be like float away from each other again and all that.
But I think what the problem is, they've had 2 years to have this movie together.
Oh, yeah.
I think they could have, and they may have shown it to audiences. They do the audience thing
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah.
I think and then the audience should have said, we need more Pennywise. It's not that scary. You need to tighten this up with the relationships. You need to do this. And I think they could have had time to refilm some stuff. Or at least cut some stuff
I
out.
would have
I don't know
rather-
how you can have 2 years and it looks like they didn't want to cut anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand you fall in love with what the part of the movie, and the parts that were in
Exactly.
there was good. But I mean, it needed some tightening up.
Yeah, I would have rather this movie came out next year because it would have given them a lot more time to polish the movie. It would have given them a lot more time to put more.
Maybe not. They might have made it longer.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have, but I mean, I would have rather it come out later and it be better polished and better, just overall better movie than it come out sooner and be rushed.
Well, what about the chemistry with the male actors? I mean, not the male, the older actors. Did you think the chemistry with them was better than the chemistry with the
No.
kids?
No,
Not
not
a
even
chance.
close. Not even close.
That was my problem too.
the main issue.
They tried to show chemistry, and I understand when they got back there, they probably didn't know half of what went on with them. They were like learning their past, and I can understand that. But still, the only one I felt like there was some chemistry was with Ben and what's her name, Beverly, the two B's, B and B.
Yeah.
There's
But-
3 Bills in this movie.
Not bed and
Bill
breakfast.
Skarsgård,
Well,
the character, and
Richie and
Bill Hader.
yeah, Richie and what's his name?
Oh, Eddie.
Eddie.
Can't think of his name.
I can think of
I liked it at the end as I saw the camaraderie between the folks. And was that supposed to mean that he liked Eddie a different way
I
when he put that
think
on the
so.
thing? But they kind of seemed just like friends.
I
to
kind of
me.
just saw it was like that was his bro.
Well,
you know,
I saw
like
it as
that
gay thing.
The,
It
the
said
way
plus,
the way
like
Pennywise.
you do when you say like Steve loves this, plus. The plus meant like you were together.
Well, maybe.
the
I
way
don't know.
Pennywise kept saying, "I know your secret" over and over
Yeah,
again.
I know what he was meaning.
I feel like it's like a K thing.
Yeah, it is. It was definitely.
It probably
When he said
was.
that, I know your dirty little secret.
But what I like about that is that you can interpret it your own way. Like I can interpret it as like, oh, that was his bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Same
like
thing
that
with
was.
Mike. Like how he called him a homicidal maniac.
Yeah.
You need to like do the same thing with Mike. Like
Yeah.
what he did get Pennywise. Maybe he like agonized Pennywise to come back, so they can beat him.
Antagonized him, yeah.
Maybe he like sent kids down to the sewers and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he could have done a lot of crazy
He called him
stuff.
homicidal for some reason.
Did you guys realize that
That's Pennywise calling him that.
the guy who played Mike was the guy from the Old Spice commercials?
I didn't realize it, but I knew when they cast him, they told
That
me.
guy that played Mike looked a lot like Denzel Washington.
He did.
He really did.
What did you think he pulled it off? Do you think he was a good Mike or was it okay?
I thought he was
I thought
alright.
he was okay.
This.
He wasn't the greatest actor in the world,
No.
but he wasn't horrible.
Do you remember the scene where Ben was stuck in the locker as a kid, and
that
Pennywise.
was so bad.
Pennywise showed up and said, "Kiss me, fat boy."
Oh my
That's a
god.
direct reference from the It TV miniseries.
No, but that locker, there was no way. That locker was the size of this car.
But there's no way that locker was that
He took
big.
like 4 or 5 steps back. And then to get
Also,
something.
do you remember the great part before he ran out there when Bev's head turned into fire and it looked like
That looked like
dog
total
crap?
PlayStation
it looked
2
horrible.
graphics.
It looked like Ghost Rider from 2007.
It looked worse than that.
It looked way worse than that.
And just little things like that just irked me. Like the little dog turned into this grown, like, fuzzy thing, and it wasn't scary. It looked like a skeleton
looked
with
like
a
That
something
face
was
on
so
it.
funny because
That was
he's
funny,
Like,
the part, yeah.
Richie's like, "I know your secret, you little."
Yeah. I mean, it had neat little things in it. I just think,
Even when that thing was like trying to slash Richie, like that big thing came to life and was
It looked
trying
like
to.
80s villain. That's what I
okay, the 80s villain.
Yeah. Yes.
Speaking of stuff that
Our-
was at a place,
Can you hold that thought without losing it?
yes.
What did you think of his final form, Pennywise?
Oh yeah, the actual form of
Did you
Pennywise.
like he wasn't a
Spider-looking
spider. I don't know what it was.
thought. I think it's a
but-
crab.
It's
Like a crab.
it's
type thing.
definitely better than the miniseries,
But it still wasn't great.
but it's too CGI. If they would use practical effects,
That's what I know.
It looks so
What the heck?
digital.
Thanks. It wasn't that many hard things you could have
It
done.
looked too digital.
and they didn't say anything about the turtle that threw up the universe.
You just little show up things, yeah.
But they had like that thing on the school desk.
Or the bird.
representing-
Like, how would the bird be like appealing to little kids?
What bird?
It was a black crow in the like when they flash back to the
Yeah.
Indians.
Oh, yeah,
Black
that's
crow.
right.
That's not appealing to anybody.
No.
But that
What
didn't
you
even
saying now?
match.
I was cut you off.
It didn't look scary.
You know the scene where Bev was in the bathroom and all the blood was coming to her,
Mhm.
and then what's the bad guy's name?
Oh, Bowers or whatever.
Yeah, Henry Bowers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Henry like slides the door open and says, "Here's Johnny."
Oh, I loved that.
That I loved it, but his name is Henry, and that
Oh,
was kind of out.
But
of
even before
place.
then, he died.
The Stephen
Yeah,
King
that was out of
cameo was
place.
awesome.
Yeah.
The Stephen King cameo was awesome. I think.
He didn't even know that was Stephen King. I
That was
tell him.
awesome, but I just thought it was too long.
And that whole thing, that thing with Bowers and him from the well.
He
and
should have
him-
never survived
He
the
shouldn't
well.
have been in there. He shouldn't have been in the movie. That was bullcrap.
He was.
Well, we got some funny parts in it when Eddie got stabbed in the
Yeah,
chin.
that was weird. That
It
was
was
total.
weird.
And I didn't like
Yeah.
when he went back to the
How do you get
pharmacy.
stabbed in the heart so live?
And we went through that whole pharmacy thing again. I thought that, and that whole nice where he was trying to rescue his mother, I
Yeah.
thought that was no good.
I thought it was pretty
No.
funny when he like tried to rescue his mother and then he didn't. He's like, oh, I can't do it.
And there was direct references to the first one, like when Bill walked down the stairs and started talking to Georgie, and then how Georgie said, "You lied and I died." That was a reference to the first one, but that part wasn't even in the first one.
No, they had to refilm. You could tell that the actors were a little older in that one too.
Yeah.
But I liked the little thing that they did. It just seemed like they I'd understand being swallowed up by the dirt and her being. I know when she was in the bathroom in the first movie and the blood, all that. They kind of combined those together. I did like her pulling them out of the thing, and he wasn't going to die alone and all that. But it just felt weird. I don't understand what was. I guess it's like they did the whole clubhouse scene just so they could have that scene. I don't know.
The throw up scenes with Richie was weird too.
Yeah.
They actually showed.
I guess they're
him
showing
throwing
that he was like so cool
Twice.
before, and
So
he
much
did-
twice.
up. Actually, 3 times because he threw up twice at the beginning, and then that one time at the end after he killed
He did it
Henry.
twice in the beginning.
No, he didn't.
He
He only
went-
killed.
he
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 threw
threw
only.
up at the
once,
beginning at the
and then he threw up
very
again.
first
I
when
counted
Mike
this one
called
time,
him,
though.
and then he threw up again when he hit the Tommy Hawk thing in the back of.
Yeah.
That was 2 times. That was only 2
Yeah.
times.
I thought he threw up twice when he was on the balcony.
No,
That
it,
don't count. That's one
that
time.
doesn't count.
Yeah, he threw up 2. You know, he did.
Yeah,
one, I know what
yeah.
you're saying. He did throw up,
But it wasn't
twice
separate
at the
times.
same-
At the same time.
Yeah, it
It
was
was,
separate.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Like that again. So it wasn't separate.
I don't mind that being CGI'd if that was CGI'd, but I don't
I
know.
hope it was.
Me too. That looked
But
nice.
Because
just-
we just kept eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me right this time we started eating more popcorn.
That's
That was kind
disgusting.
of gross when that one infection guy like starts throwing up on Eddie's face.
Oh yeah.
That was
I
kind
thought
of
it was
weird.
funny. Like I thought it was comedy. I count it as a horror, like at all.
But anyway, is there anything else you guys got to say about the spoiler review?
Should be about it.
Oh, what was the woman's name?
What woman?
The only woman.
Oh,
Bev?
Beverly?
She was excuse my language. She was a whore in the first Stephen King, part 2 of the first Stephen King.
She has.
She was a whore. She had sex with everybody in the group.
In the book,
Oh yeah, in the
she
book.
had
yeah.
sex with every single person.
And in the second movie of the original It part 2 chapter.
you mean the miniseries?
No, it was It chapter 2 in
This-
the original.
Oh. There was 2 sections, the miniseries.
Yeah, in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the miniseries.
Well, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
She was a hoe in that. Like, she was kissing everybody when they got back together. She was kissing everybody.
They kind of cleaned up, even though they
Yeah.
made her look. Because when she was at
Yeah.
school in the first movie that you haven't seen, they
cleaned
called
up,
her a
yeah.
hoe and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But in this one, they kind of made it look like she,
was like devoted. To
yeah,
some
like
person.
she was just hanging around with the boys and it looked
Yeah.
bad. You know what I'm saying? But she did put herself in some bad. Plus, her dad's.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
everybody know what
got
was
a-
going on with her dad.
Cleaned her act up a lot.
But it wasn't her fault that her dad was a total
No.
dirtbag. But yeah, I understand. In the
Yeah.
book, she was,
Yeah.
and that's how they got out of the tunnels in the first movie. But
Yeah.
they didn't do that in the first movie at all.
But yeah.
But she was considered bad for running around with a bunch of boys.
She was.
Yeah.
Because she was like at the water. You know, he didn't see this part, but in the first one, she jumped off in her underwear in
Yeah, in the
the
river.
in the river thing. They were all in their underwear, so it was kind of weird, you know. But they were little kids, so.
Yeah.
Was it just me, or like in the first It, when you saw Pennywise, like Bill Skarsgård in the whole getup, he looked like natural and
I didn't
actually
him in the
like
first movie.
logical as a clown.
Oh.
On
But-
the first one?
Yeah,
First
but
movie?
in this movie, I feel like he looked a little CGI. Like the makeup was CGI'd a little bit.
Could be.
That's just what I feel like, because his forehead was a lot shorter in this movie than it was in the first one.
They might have made it higher. Might have. They could have.
I doubt it.
I don't know.
But
Maybe I
yeah.
didn't notice it. Okay, if you have no other things to
noticed
say,
weird
okay, what
stuff.
would you say you give it out? I mean, we got the scene. Just go see it. Is our top rating. Go see it at a matinee. Is that the second one?
Yeah, matinee, second one, I think. I don't know.
And the third one is
Red
wait
Box
for
rental.
Red Box, and then the fourth one, don't worry about it. Don't watch it all.
I
Okay,
should
so
write
what
this
did you
stuff down.
see? I had it wrong on the thing.
I'll be see it at a matinee.
Okay, what do you say would be on yours? It's like see it. Just go see it. Awesome.
See it
at
at a
matinee.
Red Box.
Okay,
I mean, Red
go-
Box.
go
Red
Red
Box
Box.
rental. Okay.
Might just go see it for the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah, Kevin really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say.
But don't go into it thinking it's a horror movie. If you go into it thinking it's
Yeah.
a comedy, then it's
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
better.
I'd say probably wait for Red Box, but I mean, it had some good points I liked. But like Kevin said, it's not a horror film.
I'm just weird. I like Thanos, so.
You know, I mean, but
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's
Yeah.
entitled to their
He
own
thinks
opinion,
Thanos was
and
right.
I don't
Yeah, Thanos
tell
was
everybody out there if you watched this movie and you loved it like Kevin did, or whatever. Give us your comments, and I would like to hear them and why you loved it and stuff like that. Maybe show me where I'm wrong and stuff I didn't like. So I appreciate any kind of response in that. If there's nothing else said from
True Drop.
Movie Freak 2000, Kevin, and the Bad Raven, we appreciate you watching our videos. And remember, the Bad Raven is your friend. And we're going to let you go, and we'll talk to you later. And
Drew drop out.
goodbye.
See you.